Hello, hello, welcome in. We are back once more with some Team Race League. Let's look at our teams here. Everybody is in the lobby, ready to go. We do have a 3v3 on our hands. Rain versus Cartel. For Rain, we have got Pokers, who is also the lobby host. Thank you very much, Pokers. We've also got Kiki, and we've as well got Laggy Rock. Crazy lineup for them, but even they will have a difficult time against Cartel. It's looking like we got Makakowski, G-Force, and BGM representing them. We are about to head into it, y'all. Okay, everything looking good on my end. I am experimenting with volume levels a little bit, so let me know if something's weird, if something's too loud. But we will be headed into it here shortly. This is going to be followed by our matchup directly after, in about an hour from now, Funoobs versus Analkings. Shout out to the chat, shout out to Stingox, of course. We've got Lazy Ace, Pokers, we've got Ghosty, and we've also got Breathing Statue as well, and I'm sure many other lurkers as well. Okay, I'm signaling that I'm ready to go, and we are gonna head into it. Big match indeed. Welcome in, TT, as we are about to head into this. Two of our highest ranked teams, if not the highest. I do need to pull up the exact the standings. There we go. While we wait for the teams to get into it. We do have Cartel at number 1 and Rain at number 2. Just realized I was looking at 2024's league table. And Cartel and Rain were at the top 2 for that as well. Interestingly enough, for this year's Team Race League table, it is Cartel at number 1, Funoobs at 2, Rain at 3, Analkings at 4, Cartel, Funoobs, and Rain all having either 44 or 45 points. Cartel is ahead with 1 point, Funoobs and Rain with 44. Cartel with 45. As we head into it, let me go ahead and pull up our live standings. Get that refreshed. And we are good to go. In the first turns of Toys in the Hood 1, head-to-head battle between Kiki and Makakowski. Kiki knocks him to the side as Makakowski gets the the bomb, trying to hunt down Laggy Rock with it. He's gonna get zapped by Makakowski, but Makakowski doesn't pass over the bomb. He tries to hunt down Kiki. He goes to explode in the air. What an incredible idea, but it still doesn't work out. BGM, I don't know if he actually got, okay, he's actually gonna count it out, and he's gonna go back for attempt number 2 on the star. Don't worry, BGM, nobody saw that. Kiki finishing the first lap, Makakowski finishing up the second as the star does come out. G-Force just getting over. Now, we do have a roster swap. I do apologize. Pokers was just the host. Victor Star will be racing instead of Pokers in the race itself, I do believe is the lineup. For Kiki, Kiki was ahead by about 40 meters, but going to be eating some big pickups from BGM with some rockets as well. Kiki falls to second place, does stop zap G-Force, but G-Force had a zap ready as well. Laggy Rock squeezes by. Now he's gonna get hunted down by the Cartel squad. Here, about to start lap. Oh, what a bowling ball out of Laggy Rock. Usually you don't, it looked like kind of a random bowling ball to me, but it certainly was effective nonetheless. Amazing aim by Laggy Rock, making it look oh so simple. We all know how useless those bowling balls can be, and Laggy Rock is actually going to move all the way into first place, which is pretty scary for Cartel because Kiki was occupying first. Kiki will fall back to fourth, which does give Cartel a little bit more breathing room. But as we go and look at first place, Laggy Rock, battery in tow, eventually wearing off. Now he's got to dodge the rockets. Interestingly enough, the Shockwave doesn't work. BGM's rockets will work. And now BGM's got even more tools at his disposal. A zap will come out. G-Force hunting him down 50 meters away. Surely this will be a 0-0. BGM catches him another time. Laggy Rock crosses the finish line. 0-0. After our first race, we are going to be sending it over to Supermarket after this for a quick one. Blink and you'll miss it. 45 seconds long, the projected pace of this entire Supermarket race. It is going to be Rain in the starting 2 positions. Victor Star as well as Laggy Rock. Victor Star grabs the first pickup. I believe Laggy Rock got one as well. Victor Star spins out. Unfortunate situation for Rain here as Cartel breaks away in the top 3. Actually, BGM will go ahead and turn around. I love this from BGM. You can see how many teams that are lower ranked are very greedy with their backers. They really don't want to back. BGM is going to have the rare team shot here combined with the missing the star on the first map. You do have to wonder if he's in his head a little bit or if he's going to be able to shake it off here. Kind of awkward play. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around everywhere. Let's lock in on Makakowski here, who's in second place. He's trying to dodge a zap, and Victor Star will catch him. Laggy Rock will squeeze right on by him, and now it is looking very possible to continue the 0-0 run. Kiki carefully running along the outside. Well done by Kiki. Gonna be locking it down. 0-0. Locking it down. Locking it down. 0-0. Esteban, welcome in. Ertzu. You're absolutely right. You have to have first position and second position in order to score one single point. If your team can get all 3, first, second, and third, you'll get 2 points. Makakowski getting spun out early, but usually BGM is a dedicated turnaround player. And with that, he may just turn around. No, he's going to keep racing forward for the time being. Pickups hitting Laggy Rock. Car hitting Laggy Rock. One of the Cartel members getting sent over to the side. Victor Star is broken away. G-Force dodges the water balloons. Pickups. We chill for the time being. It is a Rain 3-way situation here. That shockwave will change the landscape a bit. Makakowski spun out. Surely he turns around at this point. Yes, Makakowski is going to be the backer for Cartel in this situation. We got Laggy Rock out in first. BGM in second. Not the most secure. Actually, you know, let's not get it twisted. BGM is an amazing backer, yes. But he's also just an amazing driver in his own right. He's going to pop the battery with the Hummer, make his way through the corridors, no problem. He's even going to take the shortcut with the battery up, and he will tip the corner. I was worried about that. Laggy Rock gets by him. G-Force is here, shocked, zapped. Victor Star is going to try to pass over the bomb. He's going to zap him again. That leaves no one but BGM out there pushing. The pressure is on. Surely G-Force is going to turn around as well, and we'll have 2 players trying to help out, trying to get BGM across the finish line in first or second place. Here's Kiki right behind him. And let's look at our backers. Makakowski is running forward. He has nothing to do. G-Force is behind the field as well. And it's all up to BGM. Beautiful flip there. Not going to pose any issues to him. Of course, no mechanics of his own being executed there. But smart slowing down, trying to get around Makakowski. Oh my God. He couldn't shoot the shockwave. He didn't know what to do. BGM, the missiles were not connecting, and Kiki gets right by him and locks up a point for Rain. We go to Botanical Garden with the #1 team trailing against Rain. And remember, Rain is only down 1 point from Cartel right now. So if this situation, if they didn't score another point the whole rest of the game, I believe that would lead Cartel and Rain to be tied overall. So let's go ahead and watch this continue to play out. Of course, that seems obvious. The league point system works a little bit different for anyone not used to it, but we can save the details for later because Botanical Garden is a very short map as well. The star gets popped by BGM. The shockwave in response will come out. He gets around 2 Rain players, and now it is BGM and Makakowski leading this race, but can they hold on to it? Because we've still got a lap and a half left. I believe we had a player turn around. Victor Star and G4 both turned around. G4 is trying to hit Victor Star and impact the race. In the meantime, Victor Star is going to be trying to slow down Makakowski. Makakowski gets by him, pops the battery, and now I'm assuming we're going to see BGM going to be passing him up shortly as well. Victor Star saying 1-1-1-1. I don't know what it means other than Makakowski's in first. BGM, the car flip. Kiki gets around him into second place, but then he spins around in the grass. Kiki, can he finish this race? Water balloons. Oh my God, Kiki gets first. Makakowski trying to help out every way he can, but it doesn't work out. Fortunately for Cartel, Laggy Rock didn't sneak in as well, but it is still going to be 1-0. All right, Eric, so you might have to break that down for me a little bit. We continue on the rooftops.
Go for the burn. Go for the burn. Go.
The cars slam across. No major incidents. We got a player going over to the side for Cartel, trying to grab a pickup. It was BGM. We'll see what he gets. G4 zapping BGM, but also getting 2 Rain members. I think he might have got no. Makakowski was not hit. Cartel, 3-way in the lead. Top 3 positions. Nice. BGM gets a zap. He slows it all the way down. Zaps all 3 of them. Now, Victor Star did get around somehow. I'm assuming he had a battery to cleanse that, or maybe just a latency allowed him to get around while looking like he would have got zapped on our screen. As we continue on, Cartel in the top 2 positions. Taking it back, Victor Star is here in 3rd. Now, the question is, what's BGM going to do from this position? It looks like he's hunting for the time being. The star is available. We chill for the time being. It's only lap 2. Kiki gets around him. Okay, BGM grabs it. I was gonna say we don't have a backing player yet. Laggy Rock gets hit with the star. Kiki spins off to the side. Now Victor Star is the only nuisance here. The double zap will come out. Laggy Rock gets by. This is huge for Rain. Wedging themselves in between. Victor Star dodges the fake, and we've got 3 Rain members here in 2nd, 3rd, 4th. The question is, how's Makakowski looking? A wreck is unacceptable for him at this point. He's got to get past it. Pops the battery, cycles into something new, but you've always got to be careful popping the battery when, I'm sorry, cycling for pickups. When you're in first place, he hits the fake. Will he get a bomb as well? Is always the question. It looks like he hasn't gotten a bomb this time. All of Cartel is no longer in this race except for Makakowski. He is going to finish it up. Yes.
Go for the burn.
Very well said, Ertzu. Very well said. Thank you for clarifying that. I completely understand what you're saying now. But we continue on. A tie, not possible in this race. One team will be leading over the other no matter what happens. But more importantly, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong on this too, but I do believe the top 2 teams get to avoid the initial stages of the knockout round. So getting as many points as you can to be ahead of the 3rd team, Funoobs, which is also doing incredibly well, is very important. We'll see how many points each team can lock down. Early Shockwave going to get G-Force out in the lead in front. Rain, 2nd, 3rd, nice use of the star. Look at Laggy Rock launching over. Now Victor Star did get hit as well, and that's going to allow Makakowski to go across. And now Rain is in the top 2, just like that. Players off to the side, off the edge, off the cliff, and right now they're in trouble. Let's watch BGM as he has already turned around. This is, of course, the reverse race line there that BGM was taking. I don't know what he got, but surely he's got something. Shockwave comes out, but Laggy Rock recovers and avoids the oil too. This should be an easy run for Laggy Rock to lock this up. Going to be continuing at a 1-0 lead for Team Rain. Ghost Town 1, we've seen how much chaos can unfold in Ghost Town 1. I love players starting to jump up the ramp just to get pickups. I feel like we didn't necessarily see that in earlier rounds, but the scale, the importance of pickups has grown and grown. GeForce and BGM both taking the outside route. The instant pop on the star seems to have been very effective for Cartel. Join that in with the zap and the double oil as Makakowski drops it. This could be a 2-pointer for Cartel, and that is no joke. The shockwave from Star will hit Makakowski. Makakowski pops a zap, immediately repos, hits Rain with a surprise zap attack. That's an attack you might not have seen before coming out from Cartel. Really, really intelligent use of the pickups and of the game mechanics as he drops a third oil. Kiki will just barely get around, and now we don't have as clear-cut of a situation here for Cartel. BGM and Makakowski could both get passed up by Kiki here, who's driving around the outside trying to get some help from the rest of his team. Hopefully one player at least is turned around. Maybe Victor Star is turned around. Yeah, but he has a battery. Kiki pops a battery, avoids a shockwave. Can he get across? Eats a shockwave, but he recovers, and it will still be a point for Cartel, bringing it up 1-1. Not exactly going to be the 2-1 haymaker that Cartel was hoping for, but still, they get 2 players across, and we bring it to a tie game. Continuing on. Cartel gonna get the early lead. I believe the early pickups too, but look at Laggy Rock, always a problem. Shockwave from Makakowski hitting one. The battery pop by BGM at kind of an awkward spot. He's gonna eat a shockwave, but Kiki will too. Oh my god, GeForce hitting the bowling ball. Also, BGM avoiding the oil. Kiki's in the oil. GeForce is in the oil. Makakowski leads. Victor Star in second place. Pops the battery, trying to get around, but there's the oil. Not the craziest impactful oil, because you are able to just wall ride it. Just a minor speed decrease there. Victor Star will eventually get hit by those rockets. Makakowski gets around him. Shockwave hitting them both, and absolute chaos unfolding as Victor Star pops a zap and zaps everyone in his path. Now, it is going to be Victor Star and Laggy Rock in the top 2 positions. Got to be careful. GeForce with the battery, but he's not in the race. He's backing, and he just got zapped. So, as we begin lap 3, it is going to be Rain up 2. Potential additional point for Rain here. We'll see if it happens. All right, rockets will be good. BGM follows up with the zap, but now he's got another problem. Kiki, the rockets immediately negated, but BGM flips around again. He still recovers. Okay, BGM is just zapping the entire field here, making sure that nobody can finish and keeping this at a 1-1 game as Laggy Rock and Makakowski finish up hand in hand. Oh, Makakowski swerving by, and there it is, 1-1. Continuing on, any initial... Okay, Makakowski going for the start for his team. This has kind of been a controversial decision. Some people agreeing with this call, some people disagreeing with it. In this case, Rain gets slammed across the wall, so I'm sure Cartel will be very happy about it. It's not a huge speed increase, but GeForce gets around. Any oil. The zap out of Kiki. Rockets in response. Makakowski hit with the zap as well. And a very intense race here at the start of Toys in the Hood 2. The bridge, 3 members of Rain out in the lead as they finish lap 1. Cartel got some work to do. The Rockets have been very strong from Cartel. That one not landing on Kiki though, and they cannot pass Kiki up. Rain still 3 strong here out in the lead. I was scared GeForce was going to tip the wall and bring Cartel's situation from bad to worse, but he does get around. the bowling ball, BGM, G-Force, stop, Shockwave, into the double, triple rocket, get Kiki the hell out of here. 2 members of Cartel pass up, but what about the 2 members of Rain who are leading? That oil is gonna be a problem. G-Force somehow getting across, but he has to flip his car. He's zapped as well. BGM stopping. This is absolute chaos. I thought we were here at lap 3, but it is only lap 2. But look at Victor Starr with a 120-meter advantage over Cartel. This is a problem for Cartel. It's looking like it's going to be another 0-point finish here on Toys in the Hood 2. Uh-oh. And with that, it should be locked in here. 0 points. Titanic up next. 2 Hamas for Cartel. Not always the biggest difference, but between 2 extremely evenly matched teams, it can be a problem. Maggie Rock gets zapped, Kiki gets zapped. Cartel top 3. Nobody grabbing pickups. They've already got one. Kiki eventually gonna grab one. Cartel just holding them for now. And there it is. The star comes out. Kiki had a battery. Both members of Cartel had a battery. And of course, the user of the star didn't need a battery. So most of the field unaffected. I'm assuming Laggy Rock and Victor Star got hit by that. The zap from G-Force, he's gonna slow it down. And this is actually Cartel dominance here. Battery or bomb from BGM. We'll see what happens with him. No players from Rain turning around. Oh, he jumps over the oil with the bomb, and it is going to be all 3 members of Cartel continuing to lead this race. BGM, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Kiki into the oil, but is able to continue into another oil. Doesn't spin out though, using the guardrail to balance him out. Victor Star in the meantime has turned around, trying to hunt down G-Force, but it doesn't work. They're on lap 3. Don't get me wrong. This is bad for Cartel, but not the end of the world. Let's see where Victor Star repoed to. Look at this spot for Victor Star. This is what I'm talking about. When I say that backers have a lot to learn, watch these top racers and watch their backers. They have got the repo manipulation locked down. Victor Star now gets to continue harassing these players for Cartel, but unfortunately for Rain, nothing is happening. The stop zap, and BGM does get past the bomb, sure, but no one had any way to deal with that zap. BGM is going to be trying to finish this race up in 3rd place to get 2 points for Cartel, but look at that landing! What the hell happened there? BGM's not going to be happy with that at all, and it will remove a point on a technicality, but it is still going to be a 1-2. Yeah, I don't know what you'd call that trick, but that would definitely appear in Tony Hawk Pro Skater. We go to museum. G-Force says Cartel money. That explains the zaps. It truly does. BGM grabs one for the team. Rocket comes out. Another rocket. The shockwave going to be more useful. Kind of. Battery. Escape from BGM. What does he do? Surely he doesn't use this to go for the star. That's funny. I saw him doing it. I was like, I'm going to finish my sentence because there's no way he's going to do... Okay, he did it. Really interesting. He did go ahead and grab the star with that. He gives up his lead for it. Pops in the turn. Laggy Rock was ready with the battery. Oil, not going to be too big of an issue. Kiki, I think you got to pick up there. Now, what do we even watch from this point? Cartel has turned around. We got Victor Starr turning around. I guess it would be a good idea to look at these turned around players. Given the structure of this museum map, it can definitely, the backers can have a huge impact, but so can the regular drivers with oncoming traffic, etc. Now let's see how this plays out. We've got Victor Starr here running alongside. Nice shockwave, but it is going to hit Laggy Rock as well somehow. He takes the bomb from Laggy Rock. Laggy Rock says thank you very much, continues on his way. Makakowski hitting him with some water balloons. It's not going to work though. None of the water balloons will work. Cartel, I believe, just got past a bomb from Laggy Rock, or it didn't connect or something. And Laggy Rock continues in first. Kiki is here in second, and look at BGM right behind him in third. We'll stay locked into this as they finish up their final lap, their second lap. Makakowski trying to shoot with the rockets. He holds them because he knows that if he hits them there, Kiki's just going to repo anyways. And so he just holds on to it. Beautifully done. BGM drives over to the side to allow the rockets to hit, but no, Victor Starr had rockets of his own. BGM hitting a fake with the battery as well. Rockets coming out, or maybe just lag from Victor Starr. He continues on, trying to get around, but Victor Starr is being a very annoying driver right now. Two members of Rain out with a big lead against Cartel. But we'll see if they can actually finish the race that way. 85 meters for Laggy Rock, which means that BGM is about 100 plus meters from first, is only about 50 meters away from second though. It is possible, but definitely going to need some help from his friends. Otherwise, this is going to be Rain tying it up in one of the most hotly contested matches we've seen the entire series. Kiki! Oh my god, Kiki's in trouble! BGM will pass him up! No problem! But can he lock it in? The oil. Kiki's eating the oil. No, he's not. Oh my god, what is happening? No, Kiki got a cross. Whoa! Kiki finds it. I don't know what happened to BGM right there. Maybe some kind of I don't know. I can't really explain how BGM did not get up and over there. Something dramatic happening. I thought that was definitely locked in by Cartel once Kiki started fumbling the stairs so incredibly hard and getting hit by the water balloons as well. But we got no time. We're going straight to Supermarket 1. Let's see this ramp area. We all know how important it is. And Laggy Rock loses everything on the first few jumps. And we know that Laggy Rock does not like to turn around. So now Laggy Rock's just going to be driving from the back. He's got a lot of work to do. Kiki getting hit as well. He's going to even fall behind Laggy Rock. And the race continues. Victor Starr, an anchor, but he misses the shortcut. And Laggy Rock momentarily back up there with the crew, but falls back immediately. BGM leading the race, pops a battery, can't get through. This has not been BGM's day. He has not been able to recover from Toys in the Hood 1 with that first star. We got more star sadness, we'll say here, as he does move into first eventually. Really good use of the star overall, but just really unfortunate ways that he is getting the stars. Rain and Kiki and BGM continuing to duke it out. Turn a backer, I should say, for Cartel is able to get through. Makakowski zapping. You gotta be careful when you rob the Cartel, because they might just get their revenge. Here on Chapter 3, Cartel, 2 members strong, beginning lap 3. The question is, will they finish lap 3 too strong? We'll see. I like the way this is set up. Makakowski has been a classic pusher for Cartel, so to have him in second and BGM in first gives a little bit of cushion for a player who's been a little bit shakier than Makakowski has been in his driving here today, and also driving the Hummer, which is just a less reliable car for pushing. But the question is, will Makakowski get across the finish line? Here's Laggy Rock right behind him in third place, but not close enough. Makakowski finishes it up, and it will be 2-3 in favor of Cartel. Now, one very important note is that Cartel has officially gotten their second checkpoint in this race, which means now Rain has to get a point but it doesn't really matter how many more points Cartel gets. So we're probably going to be seeing very defensive driving from Cartel. Laggy Rock, again, major mistake early on, and this guy does not turn around ever. So it's kind of a problem situation here for Rain. We got Victor Star, Laggy Rock, and Kiki all struggling, all getting hit by the Star, and G-Force and Makakowski have broken away. G-Force is actually going to stop. I don't know about that decision because he didn't have a zap or anything ready to go, but one thing is for sure, this is a good spot for G-Force to be in, nonetheless. The water balloons come out. Oh, two! Getting hit with the water balloons. G-Force does run into the door, but it doesn't matter because he's already done his work. One water balloon hits, the second hitting another car, taking out two with one pickup. BGM is still out here in the lead. He doesn't have as comfortable of a lead as I'm sure Cartel wanted to have. But for Rain, they don't care if Cartel gets this point or not. They genuinely don't care because Cartel has to get all the way to 6 points to get another league point. So right now, sure, of course, it's cool that Cartel is getting an extra point, but it's purely aesthetics. Cartel needs more than anything to make sure that Rain does not finish in the top 2. That's the most important thing that they can possibly do. BGM is doing his best to get through here. G-Force is here with the bomb. He's gonna blow up. Kiki is only 50 meters away. Let's zoom in. Kiki and Laggy Rock need to pass up G-Force and BGM. In this case, oh, running into the tumbleweed, but BGM is going to be able to get across here, no problem, surely. Look, there he goes, passing the bomb over to Laggy Rock just for good measure. Kiki barely avoids giving a point over to G-Force, but 67 milliseconds, you know, okay, chat, this is your moment, I said it, I said the number, versus 63 milliseconds for Kiki. That easily could have given Cartel the option to get all 3 in the top 3 here to get another league point. But the thing is, they know that they don't want to do that. They don't need to get a grand slam here. They just need to prevent absolute meltdown. That's all they have to do here. The zap comes out, slowing down one member of Rain. Victor Star is able to continue going forward. I'm very proud of all of you for not reacting to 6-7. Honestly, this is huge work. Y'all are putting in serious work here, and so are the teams. BGM trying to escape with the battery. If one player, there it is. If one player was able to break away, that would spell the end of Rain. Will it happen though? That's the question. Makakowski's already turned around. He's on Zap Patrol. He's waiting for Victor Star around the corner. Surely no. He's continuing on. He's trying to get more pickups here. And BGM is carrying the torch. But you know what? Victor Star is doing his best, but where is the other member of Rain is what we're about to see. Kiki is quite a ways back right now. Quite a ways back. Gonna have to do a really Herculean effort to get rid of G-Force, get rid of BGM, and get these top 2 positions. Otherwise, it's gonna be Cartel officially winning the race and locking in that extra league point. Not just locking in the extra league point, doing it by stealing one of the league points away from Rain. As Air2 pointed out, this will not be a tie any way you slice it, but this is going to be doubly painful for Rain to deal with, only getting 3 points for the week. Let's see, or for the, for the day, for the race day. Let's see if something miraculous can happen, or if it is going to be BGM locking it in. BGM trying to drive in reverse, getting a little bit antsy, decides to drive forward, decides not to get too artsy with it. Gotta watch out. 2 members of Rain trying to slow him down. BGM about to cross the finish line. There it is. There it is. Rain get locked out. GGW played in the chat and in the Twitch chat as well. incredibly well played match. The final score is going to be 2-3, which nets Cartel with 5 league points, leaving only scraps for Rain. And now we're gonna see Funoobs versus Analkings in about 20 minutes. And what's gonna happen there, like I said, y'all, GG's of course, but to focus forward, Funoobs and Rain were tied, and now Funoobs is playing Analkings. So if Funoobs ties with Analkings, they are top 2. If Funoobs loses to Analkings, I guess they'll be back to tied with Rain. And so we'll have to do a tiebreaker situation. Stingox can figure that out. I'm not the numbers guy, I'm the talkie guy. So, we'll figure that out whenever. But Analkings are gonna have some trouble here. They're squarely in 4th place, right? So they are good to go. But they are against Funoobs, which is a really solid team. That being said, Analkings has been a massive dark horse team. They have had no problem with a lot of teams that I thought that they would struggle against, and we're gonna have to see what they can do. We'll find out in about 20 minutes, y'all. Analkings versus Funoobs. Will Funoobs be able to clinch 2nd place by, at minimum tying with Analkings, or will Rain be snacking that 2nd place position? We'll find out in about 20 minutes, y'all. Hang tight. Much love to the chat. I saw y'all enjoying that race as much as I was, and we're gonna go into it shortly. 20 minutes, y'all. We'll be back.
Heading towards the payload. Huge touchdown. Yeah, it's a strong stance. Heading towards the payload.
Welcome in, y'all. We are back. We are not starting just yet, but we are in just a moment here. I do believe we have some players going to the bathroom. We have a Frost in the lobby. He has requested a 6-7 in the chat. I'll do it vocally. Send him that 6-7. If you want to sound off in the chat, show your support for Frost, go ahead and write 6-7. If you're more of an Analkings fan, how about you put 7-6 just to topple the anarchy, or to topple the monarchy. Stop the 6-7 monarchy immediately. But to head into more serious things, we do have FNS, aka Funoobs, going against AKG, aka Analkings. Now you might be wondering why I'm talking so casually if the match is happening. Well, the match hasn't started yet. We're actually just doing a test run here. Oh, whoa, we have the anal fans, the hashtag anal fan for life out of Lazy Ace. Whoa, we've got Ban Tio from Makakowski supporting the banning of Tio, not really preferring to take sides amongst the Anal Kings and FNS. Ready when y'all are, GLHF. We do have a player going to the bathroom, I believe. Okay, I think we are ready. So for Anal Kings, we are gonna have Top, Boban, and Anakin up against Funoobs, aka FNS, is going to be Stingox, Frostbitten, and KLN FLN. Frost, who has Frost been on a cast yet for TEAMRACE League? I feel like he hasn't. I might be way off with that. I feel like he hasn't raced with us yet, at least not on the stream. I saw him drop a 6-7 in the chat in the last race. But I didn't register that he might be racing today. It is very exciting to see his car, I should say, racing today. We are going to have a 3v3 versus the Anal Kings. Now, one thing I have to mention, again, for those of y'all just now joining, we are at a situation where Rain and Funoobs were tied in league points for second place. Okay, now Rain only managed to get 3 points against Cartel, whereas Funoobs is now going to be going up against the dark horse team Anal Kings. Anal Kings don't have too much to lose or gain one way or another. They're pretty securely in 4th place. It gets them through to the knockout stage. They're secure, but they're not really fighting for 1 or 2. So that creates a situation where the only thing that Anal Kings has to gain is by keeping Funoobs out of second place. Now, since they have a kind of an nothing to lose strategy here, or nothing to lose mindset, I'm interested to see if that bleeds over into the strategy. or Analkings. We'll certainly see if that's the case or not. You never know. Once teams get a, there's nothing to lose mindset, that can actually be an incredibly beneficial thing for a team. So we'll see if that is able to benefit Analkings, or if it makes them roll over in the face of Funoobs and allow Funoobs to take one of those first or second slots. We do have Funoobs leading the way, currently 2 players in first and second, as Stingox pops the battery and drives safely around KLN FL. Okay, not really that safely around KLN FLN. I swear, caster curses happen more in this game than anywhere else. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's the game. Double shockwave. Not quite gonna catch KLN, but pretty not great. KLN, I'm trying to find him. Okay, he is gonna blow up. Nothing bad happening. We begin lap 3 with Funoobs in the top 3. Potential 2-point lock-in for Funoobs, which would be huge for them. But it's not done yet, right? We've still got Anakin here in 3rd place. He is pushing the best that he can. Is he going to be able to pass up one of these FNS members is the question. Let's see. Boban is trailing him. Top is also trailing. They're going to go cut off here at the ramp with the zap. One player going the long way. He's going to get zapped. Anakin got across. Okay. What? Huh? What? What happened? Absolute chaos unfolding. I think the combination I think that one zap on the ramp just stopped everybody in their tracks. Somehow, I thought Analkings was getting 0-2'd to start this race. And instead, they keep it at 0-0. Insane backing work, insane strategy, and also just insane driving from Anakin. Keeping the team in there. That was just bizarre. That was absolutely bizarre. We're going to see Stingox break away into first place with the battery here on Supermarket 2. Goes ahead and gets a new pickup. Throws away his water balloons in order to do so. Anakin getting stopped in his tracks. The star will come out. And we once again have... I thought it was going to be 2 FNS members, but KLN has already turned around. Frost is struggling. And it looks like we're going to continue. 0-0. So again, to drive home, all Funoobs needs to do is to tie Analkings to get that top 2. Stingox will finish up in first, preventing any point lock-ins from AKG, and we continue 0-0. And you might be wondering, why does it matter if they get 2nd or 3rd in the league? Well, the top 2 teams get to skip a little bit of the knockout phase. They get a little bit of an easier run through the knockout phase. So it's, it's not like, the difference between getting eliminated or not. Both teams, 2nd or 3rd, you'd be completely fine to make it to the knockout phase. But if you get that 1st or 2nd place, you're guaranteed a little bit more time in the knockout phase. AKG zapping 2. AKG 3 members in the top 3. We saw this backfire for Funoobs in Toys in the Hood 1. I would like to see Top be more willing to turn around. We'll see if he's going to or not. It's obviously not a mistake if he chooses to keep driving forward, as he takes out 2 members of FNS from the back with 2 missiles. Well done. He does get hit with the shockwave. The star goes out, and Anakin and Boban are completely running away with the entire race here. Now, we do have a member from FNS who has turned around, Stingox. This is smart. FNS absolutely needs a backer at this point. But what's he gonna do for the team here? We got 2 members of FNS backing at this point. KLN, FLN, the only driver racing forward at this point. And Stingox sets up with a zap. Boban, no problem. Now Anakin will get stopped, and he's gonna try to double zap Anakin as well. No, not gonna happen. The fakes are being eaten, that much is for sure. Anakin gets hit by another shockwave. And with players double teaming Anakin, imagine you're getting double teamed by Frost and Stingox, and you're just trying to drive your race. You're just trying to race your line, and you got these two players who are legends who aren't even racing. They're literally, their only directive is to hit you with things. That would be pretty intense to deal with, for sure. And Anakin did deal with it. He's gonna get across the finish line, and KLN eventually gets across it. A point for AKG. Certainly not how members expected it to go, whether on these teams or in the chat right now. I'm sure people were not expecting AKG to be up here leading against Funoobs as we go into our fourth track. But the thing is, the Analkings have been the Kingslayers. They've been the Anal Kingslayers. So this is not too surprising that they are threatening to dethrone Funoobs and give Rain an easy trip into the knockouts with the top two. Sting grabs the star. Two members of AKG trailing as Sting stops. The patented Sting stop. But we had Boban ready with the battery, and he breaks out. The oil has been placed. Anakin, one wheel in, doesn't do too much damage. Trying to hit KLN with the fireworks, and they will be somewhat effective, but the final firework actually kind of straightens them out a little bit. Failing the pull down a little bit, losing some time, but again, Team Race League is structured differently. As KLN goes for a jump, Stingox has got the zap. He's going to continue into first place. Anakin trying to drive by into second, but no! Top passing him the bomb. It's not going to matter too much because Boban is right there to finish it off. And we continue 1-0 lead in favor of Analkings. Rooftops DC is where we're headed to. Nice swerve. Anakin. Analkin. Breaking away from the pack early on, but FNS crowding out the lead.
Go for the burn. Go.
Stingox with the zap. Lets two members of FNS, his teammates, through, and now he's just going to be stopping and completely barricading AKG from getting through. Now Boban played it close. For sure, he's going to have to eat that oil, but he is still very competitive here. Now, does Sting go for the star? Yes, he does. Sting absolutely does go for the star. We're going to look at KLN and Frost as they... Frost? Dude, what was that? That was like a pigeon. Not to compare Frost to a pigeon, but that was very pigeon-like. You know, a shiny object. He said he saw a shiny object. He said, "Oh, is that a pickup? Oh, yeah, KLN dropped that, dude." Now Anakin is gonna run into a fake as well. Shockwave comes out, very well timed. Anakin has to repo. Sting got the star, but didn't turn all the way around. But now he's got a bomb. Pops the battery and runs straight into a zap. FNS struggling in this race so far. Frost is being totally stopped by Top. Pops a beautiful zap though. Frost gets by all of them. Boban and Top sent spinning. And the question is, can Anakin get across the finish line? I do believe both members of AKG have turned around. Boban is not turned. Okay, Boban turns around as well. This is smart. This is smart because Anakin needs to hold on to either first or second. He's got the rockets on him. He's unfortunately zapping his teammate who's turned around to help him, but it doesn't matter. Now KLN shooting the firework, but he's too far away. Anakin gets the bomb on his head though. He's getting shockwaved. And this looks like it will continue to be a 1-0 lead in favor of the Anal Kings, unless Yes, it will be. Esteban weighing in. The Funoobs have to end the match at 10-2 at worst if they want to become the leaders of the table. Very important point. Very important point. But I do believe they just want top 2. Chat, feel free to weigh in. I don't know if you think that. I feel like as long as they get top 2, they'll be happy with that. Let's see how it goes. Toy World. Boban gonna be able to grab the star for the team. Let's see how it plays out. Anakin getting zapped. Analkings not off to a great start as Frost is slowing down and zapping them all. This is really bad. Boban getting around Frost eventually. But look at this lead. But it's only Sting. It's actually only Sting. Boban is now chilling here in second place, but he's not that far away from Frost here in third place. We'll see what Frost is able to do. Ooh, Boban blows up from a fake. Shockwave. Frost has to flip. Zapped. The zap on all of Analkings. A team zap. And Frost popping the zap of his own. Absolute chaos unfolding here. Top. Oh my god. Barely getting over. Boban into the oil. Top. Spinning out. Can Boban find second place? This is the question. Can Analkings keep it at 1-0? It's looking like it's simple as pie for Boban. And he is going to get across. Simple as that. Analkings continue 1-0. Stress continuing to mount for Funoobs. I'm sure that they would have hoped for a better score at this point in the race, but we've got some chaos coming up. I believe we've got Ghost Town 1 is going to be our next track. Here it is. Now FNS does get to go on the inside here, KLN, but the first pickup is actually on the outside. Frost is going to be able to grab that pickup. KLN sweeps over for the other one, and now we've got FNS with 2 pickups, AKG with none. But how about the star? Sting grabs it. Anakin gets a pickup. I almost said a pop-up. Hopefully no pop-ups. There is the star coming out. Looks like FNS has no way to work with it. Oil is dropped, but it's gonna catch FNS if anyone. KLN eating the oil. Frost eating the missile. And this is not an effective breakaway for FNS, as FNS zapping their own team as well. Shockwave is good, decent, not good enough. Boban gets around into second place, and we're already finishing this up. The second star comes out on the ramp, perfectly timed, and now we've got FNS finally angling to get a top 2 finish. Top tries to pass a bomb over to Sting, but Sting already had a bomb. Anakin's trying to pass it over, but it's not going to work. Boban hitting Sting with the water balloons. Boban going to get zapped by KLN, flying too close to the sun, but now he's going to eat it again. But no, he gets by, and it's still 1-0 in favor of Analkings. What a way to finish that race off. Boban. Look at that. FNS 2, 3, 4. Incredible by Boban. Boban has been popping off today in general. Really, all of the Analkings have been going hard. Pause as we go into the next track. KLN gets zapped. Oh no, Analkings with a double team zap there, but Frost is zapping as well, so it's kind of irrelevant. Rockets for Sting. We'll see if he finds an opportunity to use them. Boban behind. Goes ahead and sends one off. Sends another off. That one's gonna hit, but Boban recovers. Boban out in first. Anakin in second, but the double team zap straight into the star. If that was Analkings, that was an absolute perfectly timed star by them. And that is going to secure them with the top 2. This is bad. for FNS here, as Analkings threatening to get a second point, but there is Frost with the Baranga Danga Especiales. The combo, the battery and the zap, hitting them both. Continuing on, no major issue except for this bomb that's about to blow up in his face, and the toy. You know, you got the toy still in the box. You got the fireworks. You got another firework just for good measure, and you've got Boban sneaking away into second place. Stingox had a bowling ball, and we're looking at a 2-0 lead for the Analkings, threatening a 3-0. Threatening a second league point. Threatening major problems for Funoobs. Could this be a 2-6 scoreline? Now, Ertzu did write in the chat what will happen in the occasion of a tiebreaker between Funoobs and Rain. We'll reconsult that if it happens. Right now, we are looking at a tiebreaker. I'll look at it right when this map ends to refresh myself. But in the meantime, FNS are 3 strong. Frost getting hit with the bomb and a couple of the AKG's cars. Oh no, Top caught up in the sprinkler. Anakin caught up in the oil. And this is a clean break for 2 members of FNS. We need them to immediately recover, but KLN's gonna slow down and double zap into the star. Thank you. Thank you, Sing V Star. If FNS tie, they will still be second. So Analkings needs to win 3-0 or 6-1. Those are their 2 main breakpoints. We'll continue to explain more as we continue. Right now, it's looking like Analkings will be able to stop. This point lock in from Funoobs, but it's not done yet. Top taking that garden area pretty slowly, but he gets across the bridge, so he sets it up. The rocket actually hits him out, and 2 members of Analkings both drive into the oil that Top laid, and it calls into question, is the communication happening, as Sting has got Top trapped in an awkward spot. KLN gets around. Top managing to avoid any potential zap from KLN, but now we've got problems. Look at all this chaos. Anakin's here. Yeah, this is gonna be points for FNS. It's looking like it. Stingox, KLN, even Frost is a lap down, right? Frost is a lap down. But this will still be a point. FNS, there it is. And now the teams are officially tied at this point, despite it being a 1-2. FNS can take a sigh of relief here, as they have made it significantly more difficult to fall out of second place from this point. So let's focus on the race here, see if Analkings can pull off anything crazy, or if this will be the turning point for Funoobs. This is the final match for today. Top early getaway, the zap from Boban onto Frost. Beautiful triple rocket coming out of nowhere, hitting 2 members of FNS. I don't know who fired that. I think it might have been an FNS member, which makes that much less beautiful from their perspective, but it's still beautiful from my perspective. I love to see it. Top grabs the star. Boban is nearby. He's got the missiles. Gotta be careful not to hit Top with those. And okay, they pop it there. Very interesting time to use it. I don't know if I really love that, but it gets the job done. It keeps the star out of FNS's hands, and it leaves AKG with the top 2, as BGM is in the house saying, go Analkings, Analkings forever. Esteban as well. Much love to the chat. Love to see y'all showing up for the Team Race League. Chat's been going crazy the entire duration of Team Race League. Boban holding on to second. Like I said, Boban has been a maniac. Don't get me wrong, he's definitely gotten some ideal pickups, but he has been making them work. Top with some smooth driving, gets around, but it's not lap 3. It's only lap 2. Frost. Frost jump scaring them, but Frost is a lap down. Remember, y'all, he is a lap down. Oh, Frost is being really annoying. Slowing down, so effective at slowing down top. Really, considering he had no pickup, really effective. Nice shockwave follow-up. Top not going to risk the driving in reverse situation, and KLN has officially gotten around him when he needed it most. Bomb gets passed over to top. More water balloons. He's not going to get a second pickup there. He's going to blow up. He's okay. Can they stop him? They can't stop him. KLN, they can't stop him. And they get across. AKG officially finding a third point, reaching their second checkpoint, and clearly leading against Funoobs. The Dark Horse team continues to make a statement here in their match against Funoobs. As we go to Museum, potential chaos. Can AKG score a double pointer here and thrive in the chaos? Oh, top early deficit here as he swerves to go to the left alongside Anakin. Anakin gets a pickup, but look at this. Great start for FNS. Sting with the bomb. We'll see if he can pass it over. He's gonna try, and he does. Pass it over to Anakin. Does Anakin blow up with it? No, Frost is gonna get past it by Anakin. Has to back up his little Toyeka afterwards as well. Explosions happening upfield. KLN and Sting. KLN drives into the oil, but it looks like AKG did as well. AKG making their way pretty slowly so far. Slow start to this, sleepy start to this race. One lap down. Hitting KLN with the rocket, and it's actually at a pretty awkward spot, but KLN is just gonna have to, he's just gonna hit the repo and he'll be fine. Beautiful oil as well. Of course, with the checkered tile floors, it is quite easy to use the oil effectively on this map. That is for sure. Beautiful zap from Sting. And you don't know what's gonna happen here. We do have 3 Analkings members in the top 4, but at the same time, make it top 3. All 3 are in the top 3, but at the same time, this is a risky maneuver. How many times have we seen the 4th place driver for the other team manage to get around 2nd and 3rd in a situation like this? It happens a lot. In fact, Sting has already gotten around 1, make it around 2. Anakin is going to be leading, sure, but Sting is right there in the thick of it. He lets them both by, but Boban fails the jump. Now he's hunting down top with the missiles. Top gets twisted around, but Frost is going to hit him with the drive-by zap on his way. And now it is only Anakin for the Analkings. Frost driving right into that oil. I believe he stole the pickup from Boban as well. Boban spinning out, and it's looking like it's going to be tough here for Analkings to score any points. We'll just have to wait and see, though. Any pickups happening? Oh, how about Frost running straight to Sting, and then Sting into the oil. Boban's gonna go into the oil as well, though. Quit messing with the dinosaur exhibit, man. We've got a race to finish up. Stingox in 2nd place. Will he be able to tie the knot, though? Goes for the alternate. No. alternate route has been chosen for Museum 2. So rare to see this alternate route come into play, but it came into play quite effectively for Sting, as I think he even threw off Anakin. Anakin wasn't expecting it. Frost almost passed up Anakin there at the end. Pretty scary finish, but ultimately nothing going to happen. Stingox with a crazy alternate route decision to finish up in first there on Museum as we head to Supermarket 1. Always interesting to see them go through there. Look at Bobon launching out into first place and getting a pickup. Kalen says, had a bug. What do you mean, had a bug? Wasn't loaded yet. Unfortunate. He's continuing to type that it's not. Okay, Anakin calls for the re. Well, a really good guy, Anakin, calling for the re there. I don't think that they really needed to do that. AKG probably could have kept racing out in first and second. But they are going to go, Kaylin could have just went back at the start of the race, but I understand wanting to play fair. A huge respect to AKG for being the ones to say, let's go ahead and restart it. Massive respect to the Analkings for being like, you know what, if you had a bug, let's go ahead and restart it. It's very weird that it happened, but we're gonna get into it. They had such a good start too. We'll see if they can find the same success with their start now. And Bobon again making his way straight through and getting a pickup as well. Frost not passing the bomb over quite yet. Let's see what Bobon gets. Bobon could just be sitting on a zap here. Yeah, it certainly feels like it. Anakin driving around in second, dodging the water balloons, not able to dodge the third one. Sting is trying to break away in the Hummer. Anakin's got something ready. Bobon with the battery uses the star as well, but it's going to be 3 FNS members. No, Anakin broke away into second place, but he does get a bomb on his head. Let's watch him jump up. Does he have the movement? Yes, he does. What about Sting? Hunting him down with the zap, making it so that Anakin definitely can't pass that over to Sting. Oh my God. Sting zap is going to connect with Anakin, and it's going to hurt Anakin so damn bad. You can see Anakin didn't even really have to flip his car, I don't think, but Sting drives into the oil. Anakin going to take the outer route to avoid it. 30 meters for Sting. Let's watch as Sting pops the battery into the missile, slows down, avoids all 3 missiles, and now is in second place as he begins the third lap. Runs straight into the battery. Oh my God, with the fake. Sting struggling to recover, and Anakin has completely broken away from Stingox, as now they are in the top 2, Bobon and Anakin. It's looking like they're going to get another juicy point here, and it's very important that they get a point here because this will bring them up to 4-1. What does that mean? Well, it means all they need is 1 point on Ghost Town 1 and 1 point on Toytanic 2, and they can find 6 points overall. This is a crazy race. They absolutely have the potential to do it. I absolutely have no idea how the second Analking driver managed to get around Sting that efficiently, but he did it. All of FNS getting the pole. Pause. Early on, Bobon grabbing a pickup, but flipping his car. Not the best entry for a driver who has been very reliable for AKG. Remember, AKG is really trying to get 1 point on each track here. The double bowling balls. Anakin pops the battery. He's maybe going to be able to break away from FNS here. We do have the oncoming area, the tumbleweed as well, but they're not hunting down Anakin. Top is very far away though, and Bobon is even farther away, so this doesn't bode very well for the Analkings. Sure, they have a player leading, but they need more than that. Frost wrecks, but he's got a shockwave ready. FNS hunting down. Actually, Anakin's completely broken away. They're not hunting down anything. They're not hunting down anything. They just need to turn around and defend. Yeah, there's a zap on the Sting. Oh my god. That put Top in second place. The Shockwave comes out, but a Shockwave, oh my god, Frost gets bailed out so damn hard right there. He could have been in the doorway. He could have had all of his hopes and dreams shut on him. What about the surprise oil jump scare? He's got a battery to respond with it. Oh my god, Frost has got all the answers here, but he wrecks! Top has got the missiles and they'll work! He gets hit a second time, but Top getting hit as well. This is going to come down to the wire here. Lap 3 of 3. What does Sting have? A fake! He gets funneled into the fake! And Frost is going to be able to cross the finish line here with a point rejection, coming so close to being a 5-1 race for Analkings going into the final race. It could have absolutely flipped the scoreboard on its head entirely. It could have gotten Rain that position in second, but now Analkings need first, second, and third. Otherwise, FNS lock in their second place overall. It's been very messy. Frost looking extremely rusty, but regardless, FNS have got what it takes to get across the finish line right now, unless Analkings can do something historic in this moment on Titanic 2. We'll see what it comes down to here. Anakin leading the way, Frost and KLN in second, third. And they just need to, you know, take it slow. Take it chill. They can even play defensively here. We don't have anyone from FNS turning around quite yet. But the thing is, Stingox has got these two drivers right where he wants them. One Shockwave. Okay, the bowling ball, sure, it hits Sting, but it also hits Boban. Boban driving in reverse, flipping over. But if Boban turns around, okay, they can officially no longer find those 2 points that they needed to dethrone Funoobs. So at this point, they will be happy with their win. They're going to be aiming to lock that in. Frost wrecking around the turn. KLN got a bomb on his back, and Stingox driving around there in the Huma, but it's not going to matter too much. You got to hand it to Analkings, though. They had nothing riding on this, you know? Points-wise, they were pretty much locked in. And they came and they beat the team that's going to be the number 2 slot, Funoobs. That should show the audience, if anyone, that this is anything but locked up. This is anyone's game here. We got first, second, third, and fourth going into the knockouts. Anybody can win on any day. This is no joke. You know, sometimes we have standout teams that can't be touched. Not the case here at Team Race League Season 1. We are here on lap 3. Drivers are finishing it up. We're going to see Anakin finish it up in first. Unfortunately, he has no compatriots to finish up with. Boban saying something completely out of pocket that I'm not going to repeat. And Anakin finishes up the race. Frost here in second. And that will be GG. GGW played. W played. It is going to be the Analkings winning 4-1 over Funoobs. Incredible, incredible way to conclude the day and to conclude our round for the Team Race League. We will be back tomorrow with the final, I believe wait, we do have one more week, right? I have to double check. I do believe we have one more week of races happening, mostly on Saturday. Let me go ahead and check our schedule here. Thank you, Pokers. Well said. It looks like on Saturday at 2015 UTC. Wait, no. No. I was wrong. We're done. Oh, wait, we're done. We're heading into knockout stage? Are we correct? Maybe someone in the chat can fill me in. I do believe we are officially headed into the knockout stage. Huge shout out to Top throwing up the BG, or the BG. BGM is right above you, okay? That's why I said that. We had Top throwing up the GG in the chat. We had BGM saying nice. We had a ton of Analkings fans in here. We had BGM, huge Analking fan. A lot of the South American community rooting on Analkings. We had Lazy Ace and Pokers. I said right 60, right? I said right 6-7 if you want FU Noobs to win. I said right 7-6 if you want the Analkings to win. People just start writing 76. That's a crazy statement there. That's a crazy statement. Breathing Statue saying Cartel is a new rival. All right, y'all. What a race this has been. Sing V Star saying Sting's too busy creating a Cougar tutorial and hasn't even announced anything about the knockout stage. Yeah, we need an announcement. We need an announcement. No, all jokes aside, Stingox, thank you so much for all the work you do here, creating the TEAMRACE League from the ground up. It's been amazing, and we are headed into the knockout stage here soon. It's been a pleasure, y'all. I had an insane time today with these races. If you missed the first race, you're definitely going to want to go back and rewatch that. It has been such a pleasure to bring y'all these races. I am going to head out now. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening. Congratulations to the Analkings. And also congratulations to FU Noobs for finishing in the top 2 overall. Cartel beating out Rain. Sorry for the spoiler there. And but it was a great match. It was a great match, okay? And also locking in their first place finish. It was a pleasure, and we will see you again soon. Much love, y'all. See ya.